Hey everybody, welcome to Tuesday Team Hope Team Call. I'm looking at Jenny's face and I'm thinking I will never ever be as good at intros as Jenny is. I feel like Jenny, you should do the intro every week, even though you're not even doing the topic. Why don't you do it? Jenny, do a restart on our intro.
All right. Welcome to a beautiful Tuesday morning where your hearts and souls will be lifted by awesome words. That's it. That's the essence of Team Hope. That is the welcome. Today's topic is going to be taught by Christy Faye Barkley in the house today to make your business better than ever. Take it away, Faye.
Hey, thanks. I like it so much better. I feel like a rock star. I feel like I just was introduced as a rock star. Today, we're going to talk about duplication and a little bit about the power of three. But really, I want you to start thinking about how do you duplicate what you're doing. And here's the thing, everything duplicates. So when I say that, you might be thinking about all the good things you're doing that your team is doing. Let me remind you, if you are doing not so good things, they are duplicating it. Absolutely 100%. If you're not doing things, your team is duplicating it. You're going to have a few people who maybe catch it. I, for example, caught it all on my own and went crazy, even though I had no idea what I was doing. Those people will come up, but they are few. People need to learn from you. They need to be guided by you. So what are you doing to help your team grow? So a few things we talked about last week in the team call, and I forgot to set my timer. So we try to stay under 15 minutes. We talked about in the last team call about having intentional goals with the people, with your prospects. So ask them enough questions that you really know what their goals are. You really know what their heart is. You know what they're dreaming of. Jenny and Deanna and I were talking about this week because we dream of super different things outside of Plexus. So I'm not talking about like my goals of like helping every traumatic brain injury feel better or helping moms not have depression. I'm talking about my own personal, like if money was an object, no object, and time was no object, what would I be doing? So Deanna really loves to travel. You know, here's my thing. I was born thinking that I was fancy, yet I was born into poverty. It's the truth. It's my mom would save up forever as a single mom to buy me a pair of Jordache jeans. And I'm thinking she probably went without a lot of things for me to have them. I remember getting a pair of Nikes and it being the hugest deal because we were just so poor. So true story, on my bucket list is a Louis Vuitton purse, a Range Rover, and a Rolex. Do I have a huge passion for education? Do I want to have scholarships for kids that can't afford private school when they live in areas where they would really thrive in private school and not thrive in public school? Yes. Is that my heart? Is that what I think God intended me to do? Absolutely. Will a lot of extra money allow me to do that? Yes. Do I want a Range Rover? I do. So all that to be said is talk to your people. Do they want to stay at home? Do they like to travel? Do they want fancy purses and fancy watches? Because if you know those things, you can help guide them on their path, as superficial as it may be or as super deep. And I think people will change as their businesses grow and they have more money. So with that said, you have to know what people's goals are. Jenny, you got something?
I was just going to say that if it turns out you find out something that drives you is the money, that's not something to be ashamed of. That's actually a huge driver for me because I don't like to worry about money. I leave checks. People will write me checks and I leave them for months. And I don't care about the money. I just want it there. And not always so that I can have, if there's something I want. Obviously, I live in a palace and can have anything I want. Not true, in case you can't see the tiny space that I'm in. But I want to be able to get stuff when I want it. And more than that, if I find someone that needs help in a real way, I want to have the freedom to help them if I feel it's appropriate. I am very driven by making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Spending it on myself is a little bit different.
It is a little different for you. And everybody is different. So figure it out for yourself, but really help other people figure it out. So let's say that you have just added somebody new. You want to know their goals, right? So you have their goals. Suggest to them or just share with them. It's pure fact. We can find the exact numbers if you want to, but there's been a ton of studies done, and people succeed when they have accountability partners. So if you really want to finish a half marathon, you are much more likely to start and finish that half marathon if you have a training partner. My first full marathon I ran, and my training partner lived in Buffalo, New York, and I lived in Nashville. But after every long run, we called and we talked about it. And before, okay, we're doing 10 miles today, blah, blah, blah. We didn't even have to be together, but we cheered each other on. Same with nutrition. I know what to eat to be super healthy. I know I have to have fruits and vegetables. I know I need lean meats and proteins. I still am crappy at doing it. So what did I do? I signed up for Allison's group, and it's great. Her group is fantastic for people that don't even know anything about gut health or need help with everything. I just needed help with the nutrition side of it. Even though, like Rob's like, why are you doing that? You know how to do all this. And I said, yes, but I don't. But if I have to check in with somebody every day, if they're emailing me every day to see what I did, and I'm writing a food log, I'm much more prone to do what I'm supposed to be doing. So with that said, when people start Plexus, they have goals. Is it weight loss? Is it no migraines? Is it more energy? We know that we lose a lot of people in the first month because of detox, or because they say, I just can't get consistent, I forget, that. Suggest to them, pick 2 or 3 people to do this with you. Have them order right now, and you guys get on this journey together, because that you are much more likely to see the success and the benefits of Plexus. Now, see what I did? I'm not talking about them going silver. I'm not sharing the business. I'm not doing anything. I am totally focused on their health goals, and they are more likely to succeed if they have people doing it with them. Now, you should be following up with them week 1, week 2, week 3.5. And it gets progressively farther out when you follow up with them. But on week 2, if you follow up and they say, I'm sleeping great, I have more energy, say, let's make a post. Let me make a post for you. Let me help you. Share the beginning of this journey with people. Your mind will be blown when you realize how many people you know are suffering from lack of energy, from depression, from, needing to take naps. All of these things your friends are suffering from, but they're not posting about it. Some are. There are negative Nellies out there posting all the time about their issues. I can promise you, I've reached out to all my negative Nelly friends. You know what? They don't want help. They really don't. It's the people who look like everything is fantastic and really believe that things are fantastic, but they could be a lot better. Those people are not posting about their postpartum. They're not posting about having no energy or needing a nap or sleeping while their kids are at school. They're not. But if you share what your journey has been so far, they're likely to reach out and get excited about it. So that's another way. Then you're going to have the people who order it because we ran a great promotion, but $120 a month is going to be super hard for them. Those people, talk to them about getting 3 to 5 people. If money is a game changer for those people, then you owe it to them and their success on these products to share the business with them. Even if they don't want to go big, even if they don't want to spend a ton of time on it, if they can get 3 to 5 people, they're going to be able to afford the products every month, and they're going to stick with it. And they have accountability people, right? So kind of win-win on those things. Now notice, nowhere have I gone to somebody who just signed up and talked to them about what they need to go do to go diamond. if they're brand new, we are just talking to them about getting started and how to help them have the most success. But here's the other thing. Are you doing that? Like everybody that you've signed, have you helped them do that? If not, we need to get on it. We need to help it. We need to, if you struggle with writing posts, I will write posts for you. I will write posts for your new people. Here's another thing that everybody needs to be duplicating: 3-way chats or 4-way chats. Whoever you need to throw in to one, it takes the pressure off of you. It works. I say this all the time, but it works. It really, really does. I think when you're talking to somebody who is a friend of yours, you may, and everybody's different. I don't think this is a problem Jenny has. I think this is a problem that some people do have, of you're a little nervous of what they're going to think or how they're going to react to you, or that they're going to say no. Well, you know what? They don't know me. I don't know them. I am not afraid to throw out hard questions. I'm not afraid to help them. I'm not afraid, and there's very few objections that I can't get over at this point. Use us, as often as you need, not just me, any of the leaders on this team, reach out to us and let us help you in 3-way chats, because they truly, truly do work. So here's a couple things. You guys know this summer we talked a lot about this book, Get Over Your Damn Self. It's amazing. It really is. But her duplication is super simple. Here's what she says you need to be doing all the time, and then duplicating in that. This is once somebody is working the business, of course. So I've talked about getting them started, talking about getting them engaged. If you can get somebody to work the business, but if you're on this call, you're working the business. So here's what you should be doing. And it's all in our IPA sheets, but just so you know that we didn't make this up, this girl is one of the top people at Rodan and Fields. This isn't like just our secret way. Constantly adding to your list, reaching out and reaching back to people on your list, inviting people interested in the business on 3-way calls or events. If it's the right fit, add them to your team. If it's not the right fit, let them be customers. And if it's not right for them at all, ask for referrals. Get paid and have fun. What we do is not hard, but it is work. This isn't like net lazy marketing. It is network marketing. So here's the thing. If people say they're trying everything and they can't get, nothing's working, I want to see your numbers. I want to see how much, I don't want you to tell me I'm more complex this hour a week. I want to know how many people you reached out to and how many people you followed up with. Not posting. Posting sometimes could get you gold. If you're not reaching out to people, you're kind of out of luck. Yes, Jenny?
That is exactly, especially for new people who are watching this. When I started working the business last January, I was posting every day, which is the foundation you need to be doing to have success. But I was messaging people like crazy, and I went gold in a couple of months, and I am still gold. You know why? I stopped messaging people as much, and now my pipeline is full and I'm about to rank up. But if you're not messaging, your posts aren't going to get it done.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because people will see them. And I can't tell you how many people I've reached out to and they're like, I've been seeing your posts. I meant to ask you about it. But they just don't. For whatever reason, they just don't. And people like to be wanted. They really do. Like, if you call them and you're like, for whatever it is, like, I've been thinking about you, you would be amazing, at this business, or you would be, these products I think would really help you. You've just been on my heart. Like, with a heart of like caring about the people, not caring about how many points you have, but a heart of caring about people. People will feel that. Here's the thing. Your team is going to do half of what you do. So chances are, if you talk to 5 people this week, like reached out, sent messages, shared Plexus with 5 people this week, your level ones probably reached out to 3. And your level 2s, maybe reach out to 1. So what are your chances of growing? They're going to do whatever they see their leader doing. You know, if you're posting, if you're working hard, if you're adding to Pink Health, they're going to do those things. So
you all need to just put a sticky note right on your mirror that says, attitude reflects leadership.
It does. It absolutely does. You can't stop adding to your list. You can't stop caring about people. Here's the thing. We are so, so blessed because our products truly change lives. I don't know how many people, you know, I talked to somebody who joined our team last week. She was like, network marketing, though, it's got such a bad taste. Like, I hate ordering anybody who does network marketing. You know, I just hate it. And I said, I think a lot of people do it wrong. You look on their Facebook page and that's all you see. You know nothing about their life. You know nothing about their family, but you know they sell these products. You know, I think there's just a lot of things that people do wrong. Do it right. Like, absolutely do things right. Teach your team to do it right. Help them find accountability partners, and you will grow, and it'll be awesome. So that's what I got today. And 15 minutes. You guys have an awesome day.